Welcome. Howdy. I just had an Eureka moment. It's like a light bulb went on in my head. There's plenty of room in there. I may have figured it out though. You see, when you get an older guy like me, he tries to understand New World and why they did things differently in the older world. Well, let me tell you what I think. So young people now always have a phone with them now, right? Even the older people now have a phone with them all the time. And these phones usually, especially the younger generation, are online all the time, right? And they're always looking at it, fiddling with it, every chance they get. They go home at night and they probably sit on their phones all night, chatting to people or texting somebody. This is their life. So I'm an older person and I have a phone. And I have a phone that can go online all the time if I wanted it to. But I don't, because I don't need to be online all day. I only need to be online in evenings maybe sometimes. And only when I have time. But these younger people have to be online all the time. If their battery dies on their phone, it's the end of the world, right? They've got to get it charged up. They're offline. And I was wondering why these people are so obsessed with their phones. If they go out in the evening, they don't talk to each other, they just are staring at their phones. And I was always thinking to myself, very strange. But I think I know why. And what gave me the clue was I went for breakfast with a work person who happened to be a female and a work guy, and we had breakfast. And I'm an older guy and so was the other guy, and the female was a younger one. And she spent all her time on her phone, fiddling with it, hardly said anything to us, except she did take a picture of her breakfast. And I asked her what she did that for. And she said she was sending it to her friends, because all the young people now have a Facebook or something similar, and they put that on there for other people to see. You know those places where you put your name on, your hobbies, what you like, dislike, where you go. You know, you put yourself on there, you put a picture of yourself on there. It's your profile. But what it is, it's not just your profile they're putting on there, it's their life. This is their life. It's like the Matrix. Everybody has a profile which is them, their personality, who they are, and that's where they're living most of the time, is online. So I'm actually living in the real world and they're living in the Matrix. That's why when their phone gets destroyed or something, it's devastating, because that is their life. Their life is online, not offline. That's why a lot of people back up their profiles and everything they have on there and all their pictures, because that's their life. You see what I'm getting at? That is their whole life. You take their phone away, they don't have any life. So basically, if you're not online, you're dead. And that's why it's devastating for some people's channels to get turned off or their profiles to be removed, deleted, the end of their life. And now they have to start either a new one or try and get that one back. If my site went down, it would be a minor inconvenience. That's about it. I've been some places with these younger people and they're not really there. They're staring at their phones all the time. They may take a picture of some place that we're at and send it onto their Facebook page or whatever, but that's about it. They're not really there. And unless it's not on their Facebook page or something similar, if some people haven't seen it, it's not important. That's why the younger people find it hard, or I find it hard, to communicate with them. They don't have many sentences because they're not used to talking. They're only used to texting. And the reason why it's an Eureka moment for me is because I just thought these younger people were just obsessed by their phones because they just electronically were obsessed. But it isn't. It's their life. Yeah, they actually are living online. So say we have a massive sun flare or something, or some meteorite takes out all the towers of the phones and all the internet goes down. We will have these younger people wandering around with no lives. They won't know who they are because all their lives have been erased. Although to me, it's even worse than I thought it was. At least I can understand it. And that's why all these bully things are online. If you say something wrong or upset somebody, they get their friends to bully you, to try and destroy basically your life. Your persona or your profile on the internet is your life. My God, do you see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna have to lay down for a while. It's just too much for me. Good night.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room.